What's up, break fans? I am back, Michael Matthew here on this beautiful Friday. I hope you guys are ready for the weekend. The final day of May 31st here, 2024. Maybe June is coming up. The summer is almost here in Los Angeles. I hope you guys are ready because I am. The NBA Finals are set. We got to talk about it. What's next for the Pacers and Wolves? The NFL was getting closer and closer, and I have to talk the ladies of the WNBA, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and so much more here with the breaks. These are the breaks. These are the breaks. You know what it is. Yo, what's up, guys? Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here with me for this episode of The Breaks. The NBA Finals is set. Matchup is right here for us. It's just a surprising one. We all pretty much expected Boston to be there, but the Dallas Mavericks are playing in the NBA Finals. The first time we're going to see Luka in the NBA Finals. Kyrie has a chance to win his first NBA championship without playing with LeBron James. So it's going to be some big-time basketball. The Celtics are looking to go for 18, but does it really count? Hey, I look at basketball from 1979 to now, and they don't have 18 in that range. But, hey, they're the Celtics. They got history. They trying to make more history. So let's see what happened. But before we got there, of course, we know the Boston Celtics took care of the Pacers. They had a run where they kind of got some luck on their side. So many injuries for the Boston Celtics to get to the finals. Miami with no Jimmy Butler. We saw what the Pacers dealt with Tyrese Halliburton going out. They didn't have to face Embiid because he was dealing with injuries. They didn't have to face the Knicks because that team was broken down and didn't have to deal with injuries. Man, it's just been some tough basketball in the Eastern Conference, but I don't give a damn what anybody say. We're in an era of everybody want to see how you did it, who you beat. None of that matters. At the end of the day, it's about, did you make it to the finals? Did you win the championship? And the Boston Celtics are there. They're in the finals. They're going to have home court advantage. They are going to be the favorites. They're going to be facing off with the Dallas Mavericks, which is going to be big-time basketball. I cannot wait because Luka's in primetime basketball. We can't wait to see it. This guy is ready to go. They knocked off the Minnesota Timberwolves. I didn't see that coming. I expected the T-Wolves to find a way to make it happen, but I'm going to tell you why in a bit why it didn't happen, what they need to do. But they took care of business yesterday. Dallas Mavericks, 124-103, led by two guys who went nuclear. With these two guys, it's going to be so tough for Boston to knock them off. Kyrie, 36 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Luka, 36 points, 5 assists, 10 rebounds. P.J. Washington in double figures. Thomas Gafford, 9 points, 8 rebounds for Derek Lively, who came back from the neck injury scare. Man, that team is playing some great basketball, knocking off the Clippers, who I thought was a team that can make a run to the NBA Finals. They are playing some amazing hoop, and it's going to be real tough to beat them. But just looking at this finals matchup, Celtics, Dallas, is going to be great. Coming into it, the best player in the series, I know that Jaylen Brown is playing some good basketball. He was the MVP for the Eastern Conference, but it's clearly Luka Doncic. He's the best player coming into the series. He can score it. He's a great rebounder. He can set up his guys. He's going to have the basketball a lot. It is going to be a tough matchup for them. Who are they going to throw on him? Are they going to get Derek White some minutes? Jaylen Brown's going to have to guard him. Jason Tatum, is that going to take away from their offense? I can't wait to see what these coaches do to get the best out of their players. Looking at the biggest matchup of this series that's going to come, Kyrie versus Jrue Holiday. One of the best, most skilled basketball players offensively that we ever seen, and one of the best wing defenders that we've ever seen in the NBA. It is going to be a treat. Kyrie and Jrue Holiday, you have this guy who is a magician with the ball, can score from 3 mid-range, finish around the basket with either hand, versus a guy like Jrue Holiday who's so physical, so strong, can beat you to the spot, is a smart defender. And Kyrie's going to have to guard him too. Like, it's not like he's going to have to guard a Mike Conley who's much older, who isn't the same offensively. Jrue Holiday is a guy that can come out and score 20 points on you. So it's going to be very interesting on what's going to happen because this is a huge, huge series for Boston. If they don't win, what do? You have to figure out how you're going to move forward without losing, with losing another final series with Jason Tatum, with Jaylen Brown leading the way. If it's making it enough for them, I don't think so.
Bye-bye.
They're a team that's trying to make sure the Lakers never can catch them when it comes to championships. So they're going to have to come out and play some great basketball. Their biggest test of the playoffs so far, man. It is going to be great, and I can't wait to see it. If the Celtics don't do it now, will they ever win with this duo? I don't know, but just to make my pick, I'm going to call it right now. Kyrie, Luka are playing so amazing, and when you have two guys like that, they're like LeBron and Kyrie in Cleveland, two guys that can go crazy, get other people involved. It's going to be hard to beat the Dallas Mavericks. Hell, shall I say it? Dallas in 7. It's going to be a hell of a series. But I think that Luka, Kyrie, guys like P.J. Washington stepping up, making shots, the two big protecting the rim is going to be big. And that's why I think Dallas will win. The X factor can be, is Porzingis going to be healthy? And is he going to look closer like the guy he was as the Boston Celtics dominated throughout the regular season? Because if he is, this team is going to be really, really tough to beat. But if he's not, Dallas is going to get at them, and Luka is going to get his first championship. So I hope y'all ready, because if my prediction's right, all we're going to hear is how great Luka is. Is he the greatest 25 and under player that we ever seen? Because that's how the media works today. But it's going to be a great series. It can go either way, but I just like the momentum that Dallas has right now. What's next for the two teams that came up short? Let's talk about it. The T-Wolves came into it. They upset the Denver Nuggets that nobody expected. We clearly see possibly the next face of the NBA and Anthony Edwards, especially if we're looking for an American player. The guy is in that class of a young Jordan, young Kobe Bryant, young Dwayne Wade. He is a guy that we have to keep our eyes on. This team is built to win. This team is built to continue to be there because you have a guy like them. They're just missing another playmaker. They need another wing that can not only set people up, but a guy that can go and get buckets. If this was Mike Conley from a few years ago, they would be the team playing in the finals, but it's not. They need somebody that can take the pressure on the wing, that can do something and make something happen. Today's NBA is different. You know, with Kobe, he never really had a guy that was out on the wing with him, but he had Shaq. He had Pau Gasol. He had Bynum, guys that were dominating inside to make the game so much easier. But in today's era, it's best to have two wings that can attack, that can score, that can dictate the game. You saw it with Kyrie and Luka versus the T-Wolves. Anthony Edwards just doesn't have that, and he is going to need it if he wants this team to make an NBA Finals. And for the Pacers, it's going to be really tough. They were the 6th seed this year in the East. Nobody expected them to go this far. Teams are going to be better in the Eastern Conference. But maybe if they can get some development with a lot of their young players, a full offseason with Siakam, if he's going to stay there, Tyrese continuing to get back to what he was before the injuries that he dealt with, where he was scoring like 26 points a game, nearly 12 assists. It's going to take that because they're not going to really get big free agents to come there. I don't know what trade they can make to possibly get their team better. So it's going to be about keeping their guys, developing them, Tyrese taking that next step, truly becoming the best point guard in the league. And maybe, just maybe, the Pacers can get back to the finals, which they haven't done since Reggie Miller a long time ago. But, hey, I got more to talk about. It's more hoops to talk about, baby, but not from the men. The women, the WNBA season is going. It's great. It's a lot of basketball that you guys are missing. and I'm here to talk about it here with the Breaks.
These are the breaks.
These are the breaks.
You know what it is.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by Jesse Brown of Keller Williams.
Welcome back. Some sad news when it comes to the NBA. Yesterday, the NBA family lost a member. Aaron Gordon's older brother, Drew Gordon, former UCLA player, played here in Los Angeles, passed away when it comes to a car accident. So prayers out to the Gordon family, all of the former UCLA members who played with him, and just all of the basketball world, because whenever you lose one of your members, it's very tough. So rest in peace to Drew, and prayers out to his family. But let's talk about some WNBA basketball, because the season is a full go, and it's been some great basketball. The LA Sparks here in Los Angeles, as you know, I cover them here. You can check out LA Sparks Weekly, where we talk about the games, interview players, coaches, so much more. Sparks are 2-5. They suffered another defeat yesterday. Coach Kurt Miller wasn't there in person because he was elected and selected to be a member of the MAC Hall of Fame. But, man, that team really has to figure it out. They have to figure out what's their five, what's their starting five that's going to be there. You see some bright things, some bright play from Cameron Brink, the 2nd overall pick, some great things from Rakia Jackson, the 4th overall pick. But the vets has to figure it out. The coaches have to figure out their right rotations to get them on a path to where they can possibly get back in the playoffs after 4 years. The team is trying to, get things together when it comes to shooting. Turning over the ball, they have to fix that. The Sparks has to get it together. It has to happen now, because there's a lot of games coming up. You have the Olympic break that they want to try to see what they can do to be in the best position to win. Because this is Los Angeles, baby. LA is all about winning. No one cares if you're the Lakers, Dodgers, Kings, Rams. If you're not winning, people aren't going to come to games. So you have to win. So hopefully Sparks can figure some things out, because you see some sparks. You see some things that you're like, they are almost there, but they're not there enough. They're losing games, and at 2-5, they have to get it together. But just to give a shout-out to some teams that are playing some good basketball, of course, you have the Aces who are doing some good things. But before I leave the Sparks, I got to give another shout-out, because I'm going to shout out the Aces, but I want to shout out their former player that's with the Sparks, De'Erica Hamby, the first player in WNBA history with 7 straight games with 17 points or more and 9 rebounds or more. She is having the best start of her career. Looks like an all-star player. And if this team can turn it around and get near the top 5 of the WNBA conference, especially near the end of the season, and she keeps it going, she should be in your MVP conversation. So shout out to Dearica Hamby, playing some great basketball. Let's see if she can keep it up because she has been balling. But getting back to the teams who are playing some really good basketball, got to give a shout out to the Aces. They are 4-1, playing some good hoop. A'ja Wilson continues to look like the best basketball player in the world. She's adding the three-point shot to her game. There's nothing that she can do at this point. They are going to be very, very tough. And they don't even have Chelsea Gray yet, and they're making things happen. So shout out to the Aces. They looking like what we expect them to look like this season. Shout out to Connecticut. They are the only team that is undefeated so far, 6-0, the best defensive team, only allowing 83 points, and they're scoring 90-plus points a game. They have some ballers there on that team. We know that they're going to be a team, once again, that's fighting to the end. And right now, hell, they're looking like the best team in the WNBA. The New York Liberty continues to play good basketball. I want to give a shout-out to Chicago, who just knocked off the LA Sparks with Angel Reese, who is playing some good basketball, silencing a lot of the naysayers. They are 3-3, playing some good hoops. It's some good basketball going on. Like, if you're not watching the WNBA, I don't know what you're waiting for. If you're truly a basketball fan, I know we got the finals coming, but there's some good ladies basketball. And don't even think about ladies. It's just some good hoop that's being played. Kalea Carper is playing amazing, averaging like 24 points a game, doing some big-time things. The Sparks are going to see her on Sunday. So take your time out, whether you have to watch them on the WNBA app, on Ion Network, on Twitter, or your local sports station. You should be watching these ladies play because they are really great at basketball. But I can't talk to WNBA without talking about Caitlin Clark. The Fever, they're starting off really, really, really slow. They're 1-8. It was kind of expected because when you have the first overall pick, clearly you need some help. Aaliyah Boston, she's having her struggles. Hopefully she can pick it up. But Caitlin Clark, she's balling. She's playing some great basketball. She has to work on the turnovers and things like that. But she is looking like the player that we expected. The Steph Curry, Steve Nash, tweener type of player. She is doing some really, really big things. And the fact that she gets people's butts in the seats. I was there last week when the Sparks played against the Fever here in Los Angeles. 19,000 plus people there. Can you imagine if every game was like that or close to it with that type of energy? It would elevate the WNBA to the next level, which I believe is that time, and Caitlin Clark is a big part of it. And I hear a lot of people talk, and they want to give her all the praise, but just know she's great, but it's not all about her. You have some other big-time talent in this league, and that's why I believe more people should have their eyes on the WNBA because there's so much talent there. What are you waiting for should be the slogan because I don't know why it's taking people so long to see these great ladies play basketball. From Caitlin Clark, from A'ja Wilson, from Breanna Stewart, Dearica Hamby, what she's doing, Rike. It's a lot of talent in this league that, you know, Sabrina Ionescu has probably one of the best basketball shoes out right now. She continues to play well. The league just needs your love. They need your support. So hopefully we see more of it. We have 2 new teams that are going to be coming in the next few years, Golden State, Toronto, so they're expanding. It's that time. If you want to jump on a bandwagon, I know a lot of you people do it at the last minute, but if you want to jump on a bandwagon, do it for the entire WNBA now. Don't be somebody who show up years later where you're like, oh, I'm getting into it, when you're way too late. But, hey, WNBA, keep it up. Exciting basketball. I cannot wait to see more of these games. And let's go, Sparks. Pick it up. It's time to make great things happen. Oh, man, I'm really excited to see more. But, hey, I need a break. You need a break. Come back and talk with me and listen to me here at your favorite show, The Breaks.
And
are
these
the
are
breaks.
the breaks.
These are the breaks.
You know what it is.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by Jesse Brown of Keller Williams.
Welcome back, fans of the breaks. I am Michael Matthew here with more for you. We went for the hardwood. NBA, the finals are set. WNBA, a lot of great hoop is going on. Make sure that you guys are watching and following. But it's time to talk some football. You know I can't get away without talking some NFL football. But we're getting closer and closer to the season. It's OTA time of the year where some of the best players are there. Some players aren't there. That just happened. But we're getting close. The guys are getting ready. Up next after OTAs is going to be training camp. I am so excited to see if the Kansas City Chiefs can go for a 3-peat. It's going to be so much fun. But let's take you around the league, man. Hard Knocks. It is going to return. It's going to feature the Chicago Bears. What a great pick. The first overall pick, Caleb Williams from USC, is going to be the starting quarterback with the Bears. They got Keenan Allen from the Chargers over there. DJ Moore. They draft Rome from Washington. They got a solid running back. This team is going to have a chance to surprise, and it's going to start off with training camp. You want to see what they got going. You want to see Caleb, with all the hype that he's coming into this NFL season with, possibly the best prospect to come out of college since Andrew Luck, a guy that people are comparing to Patrick Mahomes. You want to see what is going to happen with him early. You're hearing reports out of OTAs. I don't know whether it's truth or not, but they're saying that he's struggling. But that's a part of it. You want your young guy to struggle. Get that out of the way as the real games approach. Hopefully he's better. So we're going to be able to see it all. Chi-Town, stand up. I know you guys are excited about the Bears. This year, we're going to get to see them on Hard Knocks. I can't wait to see it. Somebody got paid. His name is Jalen Waddle, who has the best end zone celebration to me when he does his little duck waddle. It's hilarious. But the guy's a baller. He is Tyreek Hill-like to me. He's always been in hell. He gets to play with Tyreek Hill, which is so much fun to watch them. He got paid. He got an $84.75 million extension, $76 million guaranteed. More than Tyreek Hill, he's going to be paid, but it's well-deserved. The guy is a baller. He's been Tua's top weapon when they played at Alabama. Now he's one of his top guys here with Miami. When he's healthy, he is very Tyreek Hill-like, very explosive, and he helps bring them and give them a duo that not many in the NFL can match up to. So, you know, it's well-deserved, but it's just crazy just how time goes, how sports goes, how things just change. In the NBA, bigs went from let's have you dominate in the post, scoring side, be like Shaq, Elijah Robinson, Duncan, or etc. But now they're shooting threes. It's about being outside. You don't have to be as big, so you get guys like Wemby and others. In the NFL, it went from the running back being the key position. Everybody wanted to play it. You had big names like Emmitt Smith in the 90s. You had Marshall Faulk, Edgerrin James, Frank Gore, Jamal Charles, Adrian Peterson, Chris Johnson, all these big-time guys. So now the wide receiver position is the it position in the NFL. Of course, other than quarterback. But if you are a player who can make plays with the ball in your hand, you don't want to be a running back anymore. Receivers are getting paid. You're having long careers. You're getting the type of money that you deserve. They are the biggest name. Hell, in fantasy football, the wide receivers are the guys who are chosen first now, especially in PPR leagues. The wide receiver position is it. So if for those young kids out there, the running back position can look a little sexy. You can come out and get 20 touches if you're really dominant like C-Mac or some of the other running backs in the NFL. But the wide receiver position going forward is the hot spot to be because your name is going to be out there. You're going to get great branding. And if you're a baller, everyone will know you like Jettas, like Tyreek Hill, like Jalen Waddle. So that is the position to look out for. The Chiefs continue to stay in the news. I hate it with something bad. Defensive tackle Buggs was arrested. Isaiah Buggs was arrested for animal cruelty. We know we don't want to see another Mike Vick situation. But, you know, I'm going to follow this more with me being a Chiefs guy and them being the defending back-to-back champs. But let's see what's going to come from this situation because it's the Chiefs back in the news again, and it's not in a positive way. So it sucks. But that's it for the NFL. I'm going to have more of that for you next week. So make sure that you guys are back here with me. But let's take it to my favorite part of the show where you get to break out with yours truly. And as you guys know, I'm more than just a sports fan. I'm a huge hip-hop guy. Shout out to my guy, Glasses Malone, who has a dope project out called F, but with the actual word Glasses Malone, which is so fire. Great beats. He's doing his thing, rapping, doing it for the West Coast. We're just coming off the Drake and Kendrick beef, and that's where I want to discuss. What's next for these two guys? Kendrick and Drake clearly are the two biggest names when it comes to hip-hop. J. Cole is that third guy. But these are the two big names. Kendrick walked away with the win. Not Like Us is still a top 2 song in the United States. One of the biggest songs in the club. Like That is still out there being played in the clubs. Kendrick did it right. He did his thing. And now he has to move on. What I'm saying is for K-Dot to do is bring us a West Coast album. Bring the West Coast fully back and bring the sound back to the forefront. Because if Kendrick could come out and give us a West Coast classic that has #1 hits, that has a great concept, that is great in the following the ways of The Chronic, of Doggy Style, of All Eyes on Me, the documentary, and all of these other classics that Cube dropped and DJ Quick and etc. It can elevate the West where it needs to be because you're getting some great projects. Schoolboy Q just put together a great project that he put out. Vince Staples is the album I would tell you, those watching and listening, that you need to go and check out while he represents Long Beach because it's that time for the West Coast to bring the sound back, and it starts with the head of it. If Kendrick can do it and the radio can get behind him and the rest of the West, I believe that the West Coast can get back to the forefront, especially with a hit like Not Like Us leading the way. And when it comes to Drake, I just believe that, hey, take a break, man. You need to chill. The stuff coming out with you, more ghostwriting, allegations, reference tracks are being dropping. Take a break. But if not, I know you love the spotlight, you love the fame. Just stick to the pop records. Give people that because right now it's kind of hot on you when it comes to hip-hop and rap to where people are even questioning, is Drake a hip-hop artist or is he a pop artist? I believe that he started off as a hip-hop guy, but I believe now that he's more on the pop. So I don't know where the hell to put him at in the category, but he needs to take a break or stick to your pop records. I thank you guys so much for tuning in. You know I can talk to you all day. Like I said, go tap in. Vince Staples, Fire Project. It's a lot of great shows that you can go out there and find. But hey, come back with me next week. Here with your favorite show because I got more to tell you. Hey, you guys have a good weekend. Peace out.